Hello and welcome to Beauty In, Beauty Out, or BIBO Foundation here on CAN TV. I am Tracy S. Campbell, the founder of the BIBO Foundation and the BIBO Awards, and I thank you once again for joining us here this evening. Now, if you tuned in last week, I was joined by yet another incredible 2017 BIBO Awards honoree, Dr. Marina Castina, and we talked all about the mindset of women and how her practice helps women realize their self-worth, and she is a self-worth coach. Now, if you're interested in more information about Dr. Marina Castina, we're going to have all of that over on our site for you. Now, today I'm joined by yet another 2017 BIBO Awards honoree, and we're going to talk about the green movement. Today is all about gardening, the green movement, and how this area, this space, can truly help those who are on the road to a second chance. And I'm going to be joined by Joan Hopkins in just a second. Now, we are in the midst of our online voting. Speaking of the BIBO Awards, we're in the midst of our online voting. And so I want to make sure that you understand that the BIBO Awards are an annual celebration that we have through our BIBO Foundation. We honor and celebrate and edify some incredible women in Chicago, Las Vegas, and LA. But this year is a very special year. It is our 5th anniversary of the BIBO Awards. And right now, our nominees are going through online voting. We've narrowed the list down, everyone. We've gotten all your submissions, and we have narrowed it down to 27 incredible women who are going to get their BIBO Recognition Award on stage on September the 23rd. But in addition to that, those who make it through the online voting process will also receive our coveted Reflection Award trophy. Now, if you want more information on the BIBO Awards, if you want to attend, and if you want to get involved with our voting process, it's very, very easy. All you have to do is go over to www.thebebofoundation.org/on-air, click on BIBO Awards at the top of the screen, or simply go to www.beboawards.com/vote now so that you can participate in the online voting. Now, if you just want more information on our BIBO Foundation and all of our incredible initiatives that we do year-round to celebrate women, to support women, to educate women, and you're going to be learning more about those in the coming weeks, you can go to info@thebebofoundation.org. Email us. We would love to find out more about you and share more information about our programs. And then, of course, you can call us at 1-800-365-3203. Now, today I'm going to be joined once again by another incredible 2017 BIBO Awards honoree. And here she is joining me right now, Ms. Joan Hopkins. Joan, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Tracy.
Thank you for being here. We're glad to have you. Joan, I'm excited about this conversation today because this is a space that I think a lot of people want to know more about. They want to know more about the green movement and gardening and the true impact of this space.
Yeah.
And this is something that you work in every day.
I do.
Yes, and here you are, one of our 2017 BIBO Award nominees, yes. Before we dive into this subject, I want you just to share with everyone out there, what does it mean to you to be a 2017 BIBO Awards nominee?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, this is a job. I get up and I do this job every day. Mm-hmm. And to be nominated with awesome women,
yeah,
and to know that like what I'm doing has been recognized. Like you do your job every day and you don't think nothing of it. Mm-hmm. You don't think it's like something to be awarded for.
Right.
But just being nominated, like I am truly honored.
Well, we're honored to have you. We're honored to have you because what you're doing is so very important. Not only are you day in and day out tending to things that we take for granted, the soil, the earth, the things that we need in order to get the food that we need, the healthy food and things that we eat, but you're also, through that, you're also helping individuals who are in need of a second chance.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this work, Joan? And, what does that mean to you to be able to take what you love, your passion, and give others a second chance?
It'll be 10 years in September.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years in September. I started in 2007 as a student myself. Hired on maybe a year or two after as the grower for Wendy City Harvest. And I really just put my heart into it. And the unique thing about Windy City Harvest is like they use you for your talents. Like they work with you for your talents. And before Windy City Harvest, I was passionate about carpentry. So I'm a carpenter by trade.
So you just love working with your hands in general.
I do. So I started on as that, supporting, building up majority of the sites, and I ended up in a situation where I was working with individuals that were incarcerated.
Right.
And I did well at that. And
Wonderful.
My director, she was director at the time, but now she's VP. She promoted me as coordinator of transitional jobs.
That's fantastic. And you're talking about Ms. Angela Mason.
Yes, and she was nominated
yes,
for
she
last
was.
year.
Yes, she was. She was one of our honorees last year, an amazing woman. So we're just really excited that the Bebo Foundation, our 501c3, and our Bebo Awards can just be associated with an organization as incredible as Windy City Harvest. We really, truly are proud of that. So now, let's talk a little bit more about Windy City Harvest, okay? And I'm sure there's folks out there that would like to know more about exactly what you do. So we're going to turn our attention over to the screen here. I'm going to try and enlarge this for everyone if I can. Okay. And, you know, this is kind of a breakdown of what Windy City Harvest is all about in your various programs, right? So it looks like, Joan, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like you have 4 areas that comprise Windy City Harvest: core, apprenticeship, youth farm, and entrepreneurs. And what the area that you're involved in is core, I believe.
Yes.
Right. Now that's the program that is dealing with young individuals who have gotten themselves into trouble.
Yes, in the past it was young individuals who has gotten themselves in trouble, but now we work with all walks of life. And it's not only individuals who's in trouble, like we work with veterans as well. So we work with 30 individuals a year, 2 separate cohorts, and we support them in finding full-time employment after.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And then your apprenticeship program, is that the next level?
It is. The apprenticeship program, that's a 9-month certification course, happens out of Daly College, where they receive 2 certificates. One from Chicago Botanic Garden and one from Daly College.
Fantastic. And then Youth Farm, looks like that's ages 15 to 18. So these are in the young people even younger than those in core, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're starting them at a young age, trying to get them on the right track.
Well, Youth Farm, they recruit from CPS around the city of Chicago, high school students, and it's really to whomever is interested. Like,
right. Fantastic. And then lastly, entrepreneurship and careers.
Yes.
Are these those individuals that are over the age of 21, that are a little bit older, that are seeking a second chance, essentially?
Not a second chance. These are individuals that are seeking to own their own business.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you're also teaching entrepreneurship as well?
Yes.
Fantastic. And, of course, you distribute through many areas in the greater Chicagoland area. And here are just some pictures of just some of the individuals. Now, are these current students through the program? And there's Angela Mason there in the back, right there in the back, smiling with the glasses. Are these current students, or these are folks that have gone through the program in the past?
Former students. That's actually myself right there in front of Angela. The hat.
I didn't recognize
that
that.
That was in 2007.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then, again, 14-week full training program for core.
Yes.
Then you have hands-on training. So they're actually putting their hands in the dirt and actually learning how to garden.
Yes, Monday through Thursday they're out in the field, and on Friday that's when we have the job development portion.
Fantastic. And then you're just telling us all the great benefits that each participant receives. They learn how to interview, they learn how to develop their resume, and they get a certificate upon completion, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. And just some of the employers around the city of Chicago that support this initiative, which is wonderful, Well, I tell you, that is absolutely fantastic, Joan, because you're taking a skill that I don't think a lot of people really think about on a day-to-day basis. You know, we take it for granted that we go to the supermarket, we buy our produce, and we come home, we go to Jewel, or we go to some store like that, Mariano's, you know, for some of us, and you just come home with this produce, and you do what you usually do, but you guys are growing it, and there's a whole science behind this.
Yes, it is.
That is wonderful. Well, I tell you, Joan, why did you personally choose to go into this career?
Back in 2007, I was in a dead-end job. Like, I felt like I was in a dead end job, and it works for most, but it didn't work for me. I was doing housekeeping, and I wasn't happy. I was looking for employment. I went to a resource center right around the corner from my home, and she asked me would I be interested in studying in horticulture, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I was looking for something different, and I did it. And probably I was still working my other job. I was still doing housekeeping, and a month into Windy City Harvest, I quit housekeeping.
Wow.
Because I was really impressed with what I was learning. I was actually learning something different. I was I was impressed with it.
So you found your calling, essentially.
I did.
And you've been there 10 years.
Yes.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, we are so grateful to folks like you because we are in a day and age where our resources, when I talk about resources, I'm referring to the earth, I'm referring to our soil, I'm referring to our air. You know, we have damaged these resources, right? So it's really important the work that you do. And you're doing this through, once again, Windy City Harvest. And we actually have a video that I really want to share with everyone because not only will you meet Angela Mason, who we honored last year at the Bebo Awards, and you're going to see yours truly over here in the video as well, but you're going to learn a little bit more about Windy City Harvest.
We started as a green youth farm, and we had 15 teenagers and an acre of land. Since then, we've grown to 4 youth farm locations. We've added our core program, which is our transitional jobs program, working with our justice-involved youth and our participants who just are looking for a second chance.
I got involved because I was seeking employment at the time. I never gardened before. I had did some small-scale plantings with my sister.
I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get into this program. I remember praying in the parking lot, like, oh, this is meant to be, like, I want to be in this program.
And I went for it.
And here I am now.
1 month into starting Windy City Harvest, I had developed this whole niche for gardening. I loved what I was being introduced to.
We've had roughly 200 people graduate from our adult certificate program to date.
Wow, that's a lot of people that have come through the program. And so this program is obviously making a huge impact in the community. Joan, can you tell us a little bit about how individuals come to Windy City Harvest? Is there a process? Is there something that they have to do? Is there a form that they have to fill out? How does someone normally come to Windy City Harvest?
Well, it's a training program. We have a recruitment process. The first step is to attend an info session, and that's a 2-hour info session that happens on Monday mornings. It's just like a job. At that time, I collect applications from whomever is interested. I invite them back for a work shadow day. So that gives them an opportunity to judge the work for themselves to see if they're interested in doing it before they become employed with us.
Yes.
And then we ask them to take so many steps because it's transition. And if you're really interested and you really are hoping to make a change in your life, you're going to make it to all of these steps and you're going to make it on time.
Right.
So after the work shadow day, we invite them back for an interview. They come in, they interview with myself and another person on the team. And it's a real interview. It's just like you and I are talking here. We're interviewing, we're taking notes. We're noting for punctuality, how well they're speaking to us. I mean, a lot of people haven't had interviews, so we're not going to let that be the final judge.
Right. Right. And this is an opportunity to prepare them for the workforce.
That's right. So
that's wonderful.
When they come in, we hold them to a standard.
That's fantastic.
And the standard is once you leave Windy City Harvest, you can hold a job anywhere. Like
wonderful.
That's the
along,
hope.
Yeah, and along the way, I'm sorry I cut you off there, but along the way, not only are you training them in interviewing skills and mock interviews, but you're also giving them those other traits, right? They have to, as you just said, they have to be punctual.
Yeah.
They have to be responsible.
Presentable.
Right. And also, they have responsibilities each and every day that they may not have had before. So that's fantastic. Joan, we have a caller that wants to talk to us. Caller, go right ahead.
I was just calling to find out. So, who do you guys sell your produce to?
That's a great question. So all of that hard work that they're out there doing to grow food, what happens to it?
We sell to Midwest Foods. Midwest Foods has hired from us in the past. We have gentlemen that go there and they're employed, supervisors, managers in their role. We sell on site. We sell at the South Loop Market. That's just to name a few.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you for that question, Carla. Great, great question. Thank you. So, again, growing the food, having the food available, and then being able to actually take it or send it over to a real employer, a real company.
Yeah.
So there's a sense of pride, I would think, that the folks who go through this program have.
They take great pride in their work.
Well, that was evident in the video as well.
They take great pride in their work. Like when they come to us, they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave. So that's when the continuum is offered for anyone who is interested in making this a career.
That's fantastic. Now, we talked about the punctuality, the mock interviews, actually literally getting their hands dirty in the dirt and growing something. What other skills do they learn? And can you share with us maybe a couple success stories that have come from this program?
Oh, wow.
Not to put you on the spot, Joan.
Not to put you on the spot.
Oh, but wait a minute, Joan, before we even get to that, we have another caller. Caller, go right ahead. Okay, well, I think we're having just a little bit of technical difficulties with the caller, but we will come back hopefully to that caller shortly. Joan, I was about to ask, in terms of skills, going back to skills,
Yes.
mock interviews, all those things that we just discussed, are there any other skills that they learn as they're actually getting their hands literally dirty in the dirt? I mean, is there other skills that they're learning specifically that they can use in the green industry? If they want to leave Windy City Harvest and then still stay on the track of building a career in the green industry, are they learning other things as well?
They're trained in post-harvest handling, which is very necessary when you're working in the food industry. All of the participants that come through Windy City Harvest, they receive the Serve Safe certificate. And really just personable skills where they're able to relate to others and they receive a language that they can talk about.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think we have a caller. I think we're able to get that caller through. So caller, go right ahead.
Hi, I was calling to find out, do you have to have a criminal background to be a part of this program?
That's a really good question because, and that's a great question actually, because I know we were going to talk a little bit about a lot of the folks that you serve are technically ex-offenders, right?
Yes.
They're technically individuals who unfortunately got themselves into trouble along the way. Do you have to be that type of person in order to participate in this program?
Harvest Corps is non-violent, non-sexual offenders and or veteran status. To join Harvest Corps. But Windy City Harvest offers the apprenticeship program, the youth farm program, and the business and entrepreneurship. So those programs are all walks of life, anyone who's really just interested in learning about urban agriculture.
Oh, fantastic. So I could go, essentially.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you can.
And I may take you up on that. Thank you, caller, for calling in with that great question. Thank you so much. No, that's wonderful because I know that the population that you serve, again, ex-offenders, and I think it's wonderful because, as you know, I'm sure you've been doing this for 10 years, you know that oftentimes there's a stigma.
Yes.
And if this is a person, especially a young person, who has made a mistake, and they are now truly wanting to change their life and get on the right path, they face a lot of adversity. They face a lot of challenge. Yeah. So, I mean, what you guys are doing, you're actually opening the door for them to get skills and to move forward and get past that challenge, which is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Now, Joan, are there any other programs? We talked about the 4 main programs that you currently have through Windy City Harvest. These are the foundational areas, I assume. Are there any other new initiatives or projects that are coming up?
Windy City Harvest, they have the mini courses. Right now, they're hosting the value-added product over at U of I. No, Chicago. Yep, U of I. They also offer, along with the business and entrepreneurship, they offer the incubator. Where students that have gone through the Windy City Harvest Apprenticeship Program and taken the business and entrepreneurship, they can grow on either an eighth of land or quarter acre of land. One, yes, over on the old Robert Taylor's land. And
So they-
45th and Federal.
Really? So,
So-
they're actually going to, is it their own little plot essentially that they're responsible for?
Yes, and they're able to market their produce through Windy City Harvest.
That is fantastic.
Or they can find their own market, and quite a few of them are. So like the new thing with that is that's a 2-year program where they can grow on our land. Now they're offering the extended land, so any graduates from that 2-year can grow with us for a 5-year lease
That is fantastic.
at another piece of land.
So then, if they are truly ambitious, once they leave Windy City Harvest, they can literally go off and literally become, for lack of a better word or lack of a better way to put it, they can become their own farmers essentially.
Yes.
And during the process,
Own business
own
owners.
business owners, right?
Yes.
And they're learning how to market. They're learning how to bring products to market, and they're also learning. I guess basically from begin to end how to run a
Yes.
business essentially,
Yes.
right? Which is invaluable education. That is wonderful. Wow, Joan, I don't know what else to say other than congratulations.
Thank you.
To
Thank
you
you.
and the Windy City
Thank you.
Harvest team for educating all of us in the importance of gardening, growing our own produce, the importance of basically tending to this earth, which all of us have had a hand in not appreciating, and then at the same time being able to shape young lives and give them another chance, which is highly commendable. And so we just we applaud the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
We are almost out of time, Joan, if you can believe that. I want to give you a couple minutes to maybe leave us with any words of encouragement or any other information that you think would be very important for those who may be watching today, that either themselves they want to get involved at Windy City Harvest, they want to learn how to do all the great things that you're talking about, or maybe they have a young person in their life that needs this. They're in trouble or they were in trouble, and now they want to see them get on the right path. What can you leave us with today that may help someone out there?
The program works. We've had quite a few individuals that come through the program and they're their own business owners. So if you're like skeptical about any program that you're interested in or any program that you've gone through, Windy City Harvest is not like those programs. Like once you come to us, you leave with a sense of respect for yourself,
That's wonderful.
especially if you've gone through incarceration.
Right.
Like they never want to leave,
Yeah.
but it's a 14-week program, so I don't know. It's a good program.
Yeah.
I can't say anything other than that.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Oh gosh, thank you for being here. And everyone, please, this is something that is very important. It's important for so many reasons. We talked about the skills that especially young people are going to learn through Windy City Harvest. We've just touched the surface on the green concepts and the gardening concepts and all those things that all of us can actually learn and use and maybe even live healthier, be healthier. We're going to have this information, of course, on our site, and it's really easy. I'm going to throw that contact card up there for you. The contact card is www.thebebofoundation.org/on-air. You can also, if you are interested in learning more about our Bebo Awards, you can go there to beboawards.com/vote now. If you want to email us, it's easy, info@thebebofoundation.org, and you can call us at 1-800-365-3203. Now, I definitely want to take just a couple of minutes to remind you that the Bebo Foundation is an organization that's in the business of helping women. Now, a lot of the women that we help are women that were formerly homeless, maybe they're currently homeless, that have gone through the horrific challenges of domestic violence, and we also make a concerted effort to educate our young women, those who are coming up through the ranks that are in need of mentorship. They're in need of one-on-one mentorship, women that they can actually access and get access to, that are business owners, that are successful corporate CEOs and CIOs and so forth. We have those folks in our organization, and so the Bebo Foundation is all about making sure that we do our part to ensure the success of women on all levels, as young as 10 years old and as old as 60s and 70s. So we cover the gamut of women that we support and that we educate and edify. So I strongly encourage you to get plugged in. Now, in the coming weeks, we're going to talk a little bit more about our individual programs, our It's Personal campaign, which we're kicking off another facet to that. I'm going to talk about that more next week. We're going to learn more about our Beauty is All Heart campaign because we are very passionate about health as it relates to women and their heart health. And of course, yes, we're going to talk more about the Bebo Awards, and you're going to meet some more incredible women that we're honoring this year. Thank you for spending part of your evening here with us. We truly appreciate it, and we will see you again next week. Thank you.